Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to read the statement released by the economic freedom fighters on the passing away of Pravin Gordhan, the ANC's minister or past minister. I want us to get into detail about this statement. There is something very interesting that I came across while reading this statement, and I was like, ha. Anyway, before I start, my name is Zizipolo Belwane. Welcome to Simple Politics. This is going to be such a short episode. I'm just here to read the statement released by the Economic Freedom Fighters, and that's it. So the EFF says, EFF statement on the death of Pravin Gordhan. The Economic Freedom Fighters notes the death of Pravin Gordhan without any pretense or sorrow. And I want us to dive into this statement bit by bit. Ne? Without any pretense or sorrow, Gordhan was a man whose legacy is deeply intertwined with the destruction of our state-owned enterprises and the betrayal of the people of South Africa. We cannot mourn counter-progressive forces that stood against the potential of building a successful sovereign country that serves its people. Instead, we are reminded of the wreckage he leaves behind, the wreckage that has ravaged the lives of ordinary South Africans. So EFF, first of all, we're not going to moan and we're not going to pretend like we are sad or we're not going to pretend like we are sad. We're not sad. Because Pravin brought nothing but destruction, and was an enemy of state-owned enterprises, and so like we're just not gonna pretend like we are sad. We are not sad, which I respect that. I hate it when a person passes away and people are like, "Oh my God, you were the best ever." No, like I also hate that. Anyway. Paragraph 2 says, this is interesting. Listen to this. His rise within the ANC ranks led to his appointment as the Minister of Finance in 2009 under President Jacob Zuma, a position he held until 2014. And he again from 2015 to 2017 after briefly stepping down. However, Gordhan had already been appointed out earlier for his destructive role in the struggle for liberation when he was named by the ANC president Oliver Tambo as key member of the secret Indian cabal of 1980. It says here that he was appointed by President Jacob Zuma as the Minister of Finance. And what I did is I went to the MK page because I wanted to see, have they released any statement for the passing away of Pravin Gordhan? Which side are they going to be on? Are they going to be on the side of, oh my God, this is so sad, we are really saddened by the passing away? Or are they going to be on the side of the EFF where they say, your passing away is not a loss, wara, wara, wara. And remember, because he was a minister appointed by President Zuma. So I'm still waiting for the MK statement. And I have no doubt that Floyd is happy with the passing away of Pravin Gordhan. Obviously, he doesn't feel sorry. But now he's under the MK part. He has to take into consideration that Pravin Gordhan was brought into the ministry by Jacob Zuma. Now, what is he going to say? What is Floyd going to write in the statement? Very interesting, but we are still waiting. I have not seen anything. When I see the statement, I'm going to post it on TikTok. I won't come here and make another video, unfortunately. But the silence is too loud because I think they probably don't know what to say. But anyway, we move. The cabal was notorious for the prosecution of Mama Winnie Mandela, which was rejected by our people. Later on, Gordhan was admitted to the formation of the notorious rogue unit within the South African Revenue Service, which is SARS, which terrorized the political rivals on behalf of white monopoly capital, and which Commander-in-Chief Julius Malema was a target of. So, it also says that Pravin Gordhan was a member of the cabal of the Indian cabal. The cabal prosecuted Umama Winnie Mandela, which was rejected by the people. And also Itubana Pravin Gordhan was also was also working with, or was admit, or also admitted, so Pravin Gordhan admitted to the formation. He formed the rogue unit within SARS, which terrorized political rivals on behalf of a white monopoly capital. In 2018, Gordhan was appointed as Minister of Public Enterprise under Cyril Ramaphosa, a move that signed his role in cleaning up the very state-owned enterprise that would have later deteriorated under his leadership. It is here in his final public role that Gordhan would preside over disintegration of South Africa's most critical state access. Gordhan was the embodiment of greed, corruption, elitism. His tenure as Minister of Public Enterprise was a period of unparalleled disaster for every state-owned enterprise he touched. Under his leadership, Eskom became a shadow of its former self, plunging this country into a permanent state of load shedding. While blackouts shattered livelihoods and business across the nation, Transnet, which once facilitated the efficient movement of goods, it is now in ruins, barely able to function. Danel, a proud deficiency company, was brought to its knees, while SAA, our national airlines, was sold off in corrupt deal that reeks of its treason. This is explaining the things that Pravin Gordhan has done. The infamous SAA Takatso deal, which Gordhan orchestrated, remains one of the most scandalous examples of how he sold out our nation's assets for private interest. The deal was inexplicable, underhanded, and deliberately designed to benefit a select few at the expense of many. Even now, the full exempt of treasury has been properly scrutinized because of Gordhan. A man at the center of corruption evaded accountability at every turn. In fact, in his final days as minister, Gordhan brazenly spat in the face of South Africans, refusing to account to them. When summoned to appear before Parliament, the very institution through which he was supposed to answer to the people of South Africa, he arrogantly and apologetically declared that he would not comply, showing his utter disdain for the people of South Africa. His unchecked power allowed him to operate with impunity, and now he dies with the crimes unpunished. Every collapsed enterprise and failure that's left hundreds of thousands unemployed and unemployed is part of Pravin Gordhan's shameful legacy. As an unapologetic instrumental capitalism, he deliberately dismantled the very entities meant to uplift and develop our nation. His actions directly contributed to the high levels of unemployment, leaving countless families who are still suffering in silence. Gordhan betrayed the workers and the power and the oppressed, and he did so without a shed remorse. We will not shed a tear for the likes of Pravin Gordhan, nor will we celebrate the false legacies created by his apologists. He will be remembered for his role in stifling the growth of our nation, destroying the hopes of millions, and enabling the collapse of our country. Whoo, that is the economic freedom fighters. Another interesting one is that the DA has not said anything as well, has not released a statement. Silence speaks louder. It speaks very loud. So the DA has not said anything because you know what? They don't want to seem like they agree with the EFF. And also they know that Pravin Gordhan has done a lot of wrong things in the name of privatization, making things private, as the DA advocates. So they are quiet. I remember I told you this was going to be a short video. I wanted to read that statement. Let me know what you think in the comment section as we await the statement from the MK party. Ooh, South Africa is a movie. Yeah, but South Africa is a movie, guys. Every single day, there's just a new thing without fail. Without fail. So, interesting. Interesting. Anyway, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to my page, guys, for new updates on what's happening in the country. South Africa right now is, and yes. So please do subscribe and leave the comments in the comment section. Let's engage. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think the MK might say. Aluta continua. Have a good day and enjoy your weekend, guys.
Continue with breaking news that former cabinet minister and ANC stalwart Gordhan has passed away at the age of 75, passing in the early hours of this morning after a battle with cancer. We now speak to the ANC NEC member, Ms. Phoebe Potgieter-Qobule, about Gordhan. Mayor, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and condolences. Your thoughts and initial reaction to the news that the former minister has passed away.
Thank you very much. Of course, we're very shocked, and on behalf of the ANC, sincere condolences to Comrade Pravin Gordhan's family, his friends, comrades, loved ones, and everybody that has worked with him. Comrade PG indeed is a veteran and a South African patriot. He has been involved in the struggle against apartheid from early days as a young person, but he's also been involved in all different components of the pre-1994 struggle, in the armed struggle. He was involved in the ANC underground. He was involved in the mass democratic movement. And then, of course, the role that he played as a dedicated public servant for 10 years as the Commissioner of the South African Revenue Services, and then, of course, as Minister in different capacities. So his example of service, of dedication, of integrity, certainly is something that we will miss.
Yeah, and there's something to be said about just the massive responsibility that he's held in the various roles that he's led in some of our administrations. I mean, SARS Commissioner, a huge responsibility, a finance minister, such an important role. And then towards the end there, that final position of public enterprises minister, not easy jobs that have been put on his hands there.